All right, y'all, we are back with another video, and we got Liberal High Mind just uploaded a video saying this is amazing news for Trump. Y'all know how I am. When I see amazing news, that's what I want to see. That's what I want to hear. Amazing news for Trump. Those are the key words right there. That's what we want to hear. But he named it, this is amazing news for Trump, and say he's off the hook in Georgia. Because we remember this Georgia case, what they tried to do to him. And that Georgia case, of course, when he took that mud shot, that's what boosted them poll numbers. Because like I said before, every time they try something on Trump, it backfires on them. Every time they try to arrest him, it backfires. Every single time. So that's why Trump said, he said, every time y'all attack me, all y'all doing is helping me out. That's all y'all doing. But we definitely got to check this one out. Make sure y'all hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Shout out to everybody showing so much support. Everybody been leaving positive comments in the comment section. I also want to thank everybody who clicked on this video for the very first time. I appreciate you as well. And shout out to the one that stays to the very end and watched their entire video with me. I appreciate it. That way YouTube will share my video so more people can see my reaction. All right. And make sure y'all hit that like button. Without further ado, let's dive straight into this and let's see what happened.
Hey guys, welcome to the Liberal Hive Mind, and today I deliver some devastatingly bad news for Democrats. In other words, good news for you. Kind of building on the previous video that I made that went pretty viral for some reason. This one, nearly 700,000 views, I got some good news for you. Never really titled a video like that, but it seemed to work out great, so I'll do it again. And guess what? That last video, the title was accurate. I did have some good news for you. This time, I have some amazing news for you, because it seems as though the entire Democrat strategy heading into the next election is already starting to fail, and fail spectacularly. Folks, we've seen the polling data. Donald Trump is winning. Donald Trump is winning in every single state that it matters. In many polls, he's winning in the popular vote, which is unprecedented and historic. He's just trouncing Joe Biden right now in every metric that you could possibly imagine, except for maybe abortion, or on the issue of abortion. He's winning, winning, winning. And the only saving grace the Democrats have is like one or two polls that we've seen from a couple left-wing outlets suggesting that if Donald Trump was found guilty, if Donald Trump was a convicted felon, convicted by the courts ahead of the election, then they wouldn't vote for him. Then Joe Biden would win. And so obviously Democrats saw that poll and they've delved into that as their number one strategy. That is our claim to fame. That's going to be our key to success, to make sure that Donald Trump is branded a criminal before the next election cycle. Well, for that to happen, they would need to expedite these cases, and specifically these cases in the most corrupt of court districts. And in that case, there's only two possible options for them. The first is the January 6th case that's happening in Washington, D.C. that they're currently attempting to expedite. That, however, happens to be the one case with the least amount of merit, and I don't even think they're going to be able to expedite it at the speed that they want to. So there's that one. And then, of course, there's the Fulton County, Georgia case with Fani Willis. And, you know, that seems to be their favorite case of all. The fake elector scheme. Every single time you hear any left-wing talking head speaking about Trump criminality, that's the default that they go to. My elector's scheme. Well, it seems as though their golden chalice of a case, their fake elector scheme trial backup plan, just fell flat on its face as Fani Willis now tells the public, to the dismay and outrage of every vote blue no matter who blue ain't on Twitter freak, that most likely the trials are going to take months upon months, and even Fani Willis doesn't expect her case to wrap up until after the 2024 election in late 2025. Folks, this is devastating news for the Twitter leftist hive mind. Let's take a look at their live reaction. Oh, they're really not happy about this one. Let me show you guys exactly what's going on. We got some stuff to get into, so let's roll the tape. All right, folks, the headline pretty much says it all. This is the worst news that leftists could have received this month. Fulton County DA Willis believes the Trump trial will extend beyond the 2024 election. Fulton County District Attorney Fani Willis said earlier this week that former President Donald Trump's racketeering trial could stretch beyond the 2024 election and into early 2025. I believe in that case, there will be a trial. I believe that trial will take many months, Willis said during an interview Tuesday at the Washington Post's Live Global Women's Summit. And I don't expect that we will conclude until the winter or very early part of 2025. The trial's start date has yet to be announced. Trump was charged along with 18 other co-defendants, 4 of whom have already accepted plea deals. Trump's legal teams have been attempting to push his various trials in New York, Washington, D.C., Florida, and Georgia beyond the 2024 election. In her remarks this week, however, Willis said the presidential election had no bearing on her decision to charge the man who is, by far, the leading GOP candidate for the nomination. Give me a break, but let's just take this Soros-funded DA by her word. She charged him based on the merits of the case, while completely ignoring the rise in crime in her city. Actual murder trials. She could have brought a massive racketeering case against criminal organizations in Atlanta. No, instead, she pursues the future Republican nominee and former president of the United States on the most bogus RICO charge of all time. Definitely not political. But anyways, let's take her at her word. At this point, none of it really matters. She's told us everything we need to hear. The trial will not end before Election Day. That means this attempted election interference scam has failed. That means that the likely scenario at this point is that Donald Trump will be able to campaign and that most likely the 2024 election will wrap up. A president will be selected before the cases are finished, and if Donald Trump wins, which he's currently on pace to do, he could instantly pardon himself. He has presidential immunity. It's over, done and dusted. All these cases go away instantaneously. We go from Donald Trump is definitely going to jail this time to Donald Trump is definitely your president this time once again. Oh, it's good news, folks. It's good news. It's nothing but good news. Now we're just waiting for the judge on the January 6th case to basically admit the same, that the trials will take forever and that there's no way they could wrap up the case ahead of the presidential election. This should essentially be the standard across the board if Donald Trump is being treated fairly like any other American citizen in all of these cases, getting hit with 4 different indictments from various different entities with millions upon millions of documents involved. The discovery process, questioning, yada, 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 gathering witnesses, the amount of work that his legal team has to do ahead of all of these cases to prepare effectively for Donald Trump to have the ability to defend himself or to mount a defense like any American citizen has the right to. There is no way a 2024 deadline can be met in any of these cases. And if that decision is made in one case, which it seems like it already is in the Southern Florida district, or I think actually it was a Central Florida district, I think that trial is happening close to Tampa, if I'm not mistaken. But anyways, doesn't really matter. Point is, if Judge Aileen Cannon is making that decision that he needs more time, or rather that he has the right to more time to prepare a legitimate defense, then that should apply to every single case. And then it's worst case scenario for the Democrats. It's absolutely...
Boy, that's some bad news for Fani Willis, somebody who was trying to make a speedy trial. Y'all remember that she wanted a speedy trial because all this was an election interference because Trump is dominating. And I tell you this right here. Let's just say with Trump running against Biden, let's just say Biden was just beating Trump in every polls. I guarantee you Trump won't be going through any of this. If Trump was already losing in the polls to start off from the beginning and Biden was just dominating them, I guarantee you Trump would not be going through any of this. But since he's winning, and since he's winning in all these polls, that's why they're trying to get these speedy trials going. Like we said before, like Trump said, this is an election interference. Now, this is bad news for Fani Willis because her whole intake, her whole thing that what she was trying to do is let's see if she can get Trump out of there before election. But now it seems like he's going to be after the election going into 2025, and that's not good news because by the time all this go down, depending on what the situation coming out to be, Trump will be president. See, she want to get this done before then so she can interfere on what this man got going on to try to take him out when she need to be worried about her city. This is the stuff that we talking about. All these election interferences and stuff, and now she just received some devastating news. Because I can tell you right now, I bet you Fani Willis is punching in the air right now. Punching in the air. And it's so funny to me that they sit up here trying to go after Donald Trump, but yet some of them won't say nothing to Joe Biden and what he's allowing with these illegal immigrants coming across the border. They won't talk about that. They won't talk about that. All they want to talk about is Donald Trump because the man is winning. That's all this right here is about. He's winning. Look at all the polls that comes up. He is winning. It ain't the point that he just winning. He's winning by a landslide. By a landslide. They don't like that. So they trying to group together, figure out a way to take this man down, and they can't do it. They'll be trying to, just like what Jack Smith was trying to do. It's like all of these people are trying to push these judges for these speedy trials to try to get into what this man is trying to do. Just leave Donald Trump alone. Let the man campaign. Let him do what he's supposed to be doing. But yet y'all keep trying to put this man in courtrooms and all this crap. Just like you had that judge that was smirking and stuff, act like he ain't never seen a camera before, and then you got Letitia James, them. That stuff gonna fall apart. You got all of these people going after one man. One man. Why? Because he's winning. And like I said before, if he was losing in all these polls from the beginning, they wouldn't even be bothering him. It's just ridiculous, y'all. This is ridiculous. But like I said, this is great news for Trump. You know what I'm saying? Because it seems like it's going to be like early part of 2025. And that ain't what Fani Willis wanted to hear. She tried to get this stuff did now. But that ain't going to happen.
Absolute worst case scenario, because if they can't brand Donald Trump as a convicted criminal, they are in serious trouble. You know, the numbers keep coming out. We just got a morning consult poll showing Donald Trump leading in pretty much every single swing.
Look at this right here. Look at these swing states. Look at this. Georgia, Trump is up 48% to Biden's 41%. Arizona, Trump is up 46% to Biden's 42%. Pennsylvania, Trump is up 47% to Biden's 44%. Nevada, Trump is up 46% to Biden's 43%. Wisconsin, Trump is up 47% to Biden's 46%. North Carolina, Trump 48%, Biden 39%. And in Michigan, they both tied at 43%, but I'm pretty sure that's going to change, and I'm pretty sure Trump is going to take the lead in Michigan as well. As you can see, look at these polls, and you see the reason why the left is panicking. You see why they panicking right now. They don't like to see that. They don't like to see that. So they trying to move fast as they can to get something on Trump.
States. We got some polls showing Trump leading in 6 out of 7 swing states and 5 out of 6 swing states. And then we got some polls showing Trump leading in every single swing state, in some cases in 8 swing states. You know, he is winning across the board. We just got this Quinnipiac poll, which is absolutely shocking. Quinnipiac historically has been the Biden poll. They haven't shown a Trump victory in the history of their poll, and I literally mean that, except for today, 2024 general election. For the first time in Quinnipiac polling history, Trump is ahead of Biden. Look at that leapfrog from July to now. Trump is up too at 48 to 46 in the popular vote segment of the poll, and that's for the first time in Quinnipiac polling history. You know, that ought to mean something. Another poll that hasn't exactly been too favorable to Donald Trump as well, YouGov/Yahoo. Again, Donald Trump is leading, and that's with them polling 6% more Democrats than Republicans. Biden voters are done with Joe Biden. Here's one Biden voter being asked on CNN.
Are you happy with your vote for Joe Biden?
Well, I didn't see something like really change. And I didn't see changes. Right now, I work in 3 jobs because I have to pay more things. Like my house is more expensive.
That's pretty much the general sentiment that I think we've been observing as of late. Even Democrats don't want Joe, but Joe refuses to admit that.
Mr. President, what's your message to Democrats who don't want you to run again?
They want me to run.
2/3 city.
Read the polls. Read the polls, Jack.
You know what, Joe? We did read the polls. It's been plenty of Democrats saying they don't want you to run, Joe. It's been a lot of Democrats saying that. Your own side don't want you to run. You're lying. What did even Bill Maher told you to drop out? A lot of them want you to drop out. But, of course, Joe Biden is not going to get on camera and tell us the truth. We already know because we've seen the videos of them saying he needs to drop out. But, here go old Joe Biden as usual, not going to tell the truth. Let's listen to Joe Biden lie to us again, just like he's been doing for the longest. The reason why the world is what it's in now, our country's in is the position that it's in now because of Joe Biden. Listen to this.
Mr. President, what's your message to Democrats who don't want you to run again?
They want me to run.
2/3 city
Read
vote.
the polls. Read the polls, Jack. You guys are all the same. That poll showed that 92% of Democrats, if I ran, would vote for me.
A majority of Democrats say they don't want you to run again in 2024.
92% said if I did, they'd vote for me.
Joe Biden is being fed bogus polls that are not even relevant. That poll that he cited, by the way, the question that was asked was, if Joe Biden was the nominee, would you support him? In other words, if you're left with no choice as a Democrat, would you vote for Joe Biden to stop the evil orange man? Of course, every Democrat's going to say yes. But in polls where Democrats are asked, should Joe Biden run, the majority unanimously across all polls state that Joe Biden should not run.
Exactly.
He doesn't seem to get the message that even
He don't get the message because y'all see, I didn't covered it on the channel of talking about it. Of course, Dems don't want, a lot of them don't want Trump to win, but at the same time, when they are asked a question about Joe Biden and do they want him to run again, they say no. He needs to drop out. A lot of them say he's too old. He don't know what he's doing. He needs to drop out and get somebody else in there. These right here answers are coming from the Dems, the one that's on his side, saying that he shouldn't run. Now he gonna lie and say that they say he keeps. Boy, I tell you the truth, boy. Joe Biden just be lying, bro.
run, yet he doesn't seem to get the message that even his own voters don't want him. The headlines continue to get worse, by the way. Biden is losing black Americans ahead of 2024, with just 49% of black respondents saying that they would definitely cast their ballot for Biden, an all-time low.
Y'all remember that saying, that message that Joe Biden said one time when he got in front of that camera? Said, if you have a hard time figuring out if you for me or Trump, then you're not black. Y'all remember that? What president would say something like that? If you're having a hard time figuring out if you are for me or Trump, you're not black. What? That right there is just ridiculous to me. What is wrong with that man? Well, he's reaping what he sow.
And one of the last Hail Mary plans from Democrats to stop Donald Trump has also failed, as a Michigan judge just rejected their attempt to prevent Trump from appearing on the 2024 ballot. They're trying everything. They want to indict him. They want to charge him before the election. Doesn't seem like it's going to work. The cases are falling apart. Their witnesses that are supposedly flipping on Donald Trump aren't exactly flipping on Donald Trump. We've covered that previously. The cases are not going to wrap up ahead of election. Trump is skyrocketing in the polls. Joe Biden is losing his core voter base. He's losing Hispanics. He's losing black voters, losing young voters.
Yep.
And their attempt to remove Donald Trump from the ballot in some key swing states is failing each and every time. In other words, a non-stop flurry of bad news for Democrats. In other words, fantastic news.
I see. Good news, everyone!
Fantastic, fantastic news. Anyways, that's what I got for you guys. Hopefully.
Shout out to Liberal High Mind, man, for always dropping the news. Obviously, Fani Willis is not happy about that. You know, we don't care about that because we know what they're trying to do. They're just trying to stop this man from running with all this dumb election interference crap. They basically just trying to throw anything at the wall to see what'll stick. That's what this right here all about. Then now you got Joe Biden on here lying after the guy said that some of the, at least 95% of the Dems don't even want you to run. Oh, that's a lie. They do want me to. No, they do not. I'm pretty sure Joe done seen them videos of a lot of them Dems. A lot of people on his side, they're saying that he shouldn't run, and his own side is saying he's too old, and he acting like he didn't see that. If we seen it, we know he seen it. But that's what you get. And I don't feel sorry for a lot of people that sit up here and voted for this man. The people that sit up here and voted for Joe Biden. When our country was in a better place when Trump was in office. And that's the reason why Trump returned. He see this job that Joe Biden has done hasn't been good at all. It's just so much stuff going on right now. So much stuff going on with these wars and stuff. It's just so much. It seems like every day is something new. And it's never good. It's never good. That's why we got to get Trump back in office. Trump 2024. 2024. But there y'all go. We have made it to the end of the video. That's my time. Thank you all for watching. Make sure you hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel. Shout out to everyone who did watch to the very end. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you. And I'll catch y'all in the next one.